Hey everybody. Okay, so instead of doing collective messages, I need to switch things up. I get a little boring, I gotta switch it up. Alright. So, I'm using my Weird World deck. Here in real time. Alright. So, let's just pull and see what we get. I'd like to just tell a story. I'll pull one card, and I'm gonna do a type of narrative where I can just kind of tell a story. We'll see what comes out. So, if you find this message, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Most likely, some or all or none of the message is for you, depending. But most likely, if you find this message, there's going to be some part of it for you, and you're meant to find it. So pay attention. All right, what message do the cards have? Okay, for those that find this message, and we have our first card. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, Justice. Number 11, if you're into numerology, 11 is your master number. I don't know much about numerology. It's still something I have to learn. But 11 is one of those special numbers. If you see 1111 a lot, this can mean something for you individually, but it can also be like the silly twin flame number and all of that. I don't like to do labels. If there's a soul connection, there's a soul connection. There's so many different ways to apply a connection that I can't tell you. I don't like to put a label on it. If it's twin flame, it's twin flame. Whatever resonates with you is what it is. So trust your gut what it is for you. But 11 is the Justice card. And this can be a legal card that can deal with, if you're dealing with any type of legal troubles, no matter how big or how small. It could be like you need to pay your parking tickets, or you might be dealing with legal paperwork involving a business or involving, a housing contract, or, to do work on the house went awry, or it could be a divorce or something. It could be a lawsuit. It can be, just typical paperwork. But also Justice, to me, this card doesn't particularly show it, but I think it can be a balance. Justice can be about balancing things out. It's also known as the Karma card. Karma is neither good nor bad. I think karma is just another way of taking the good and bad in life. You cannot have one without other, like love and war and all of those things. There must be a balance when it comes to duality. So with duality, I think that a karma card would balance that out. And I think that's what we do. Throughout our lives, we live again, we balance out the good and the bad in our lives. And that's all it is. And we learn from our mistakes, and we learn lessons, we have experiences, and it helps us grow. So just another way of looking at it. And I think that it evens us out in the long run. So Justice can also be about, for me personally, it's the head and the heart. This can be about balancing out, or aligning, in this case, merging or aligning your head and your heart and coming to a conclusion about things. So that's your card. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. So someone here is just trying to find balance or stability right now, is what I get. You may be dealing with, you could be dealing with a legal thing. Some of you, I don't know how many people will find this video, so some things may apply to some of you and not others, so just keep that in mind. Some of you may be seeking balance, and I love that there's like this white circle, or it's almost like a halo. For me, it looks kind of like a moon, so it's just about trusting your instincts with whatever it is you need to do. If you're trying to make a decision and you want to do what's right logically and rationally in your head, but you also want to follow your heart, you have to make sure that you align your head and your heart. So you're doing what's right, but also what you're passionate about. But it's hard to do that when you're Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords says that a lot of you are feeling some anxiety over this. You're stressing out about it, and you're just like, I don't know what to do about this situation. It's stressing me out. Some of you, there's nothing you can do. It's kind of like a sit and wait, and you need to be patient. I know you don't want to hear that, but what can you do? Your hands are tied. Sometimes you have to just surrender to the process, and you have to trust it. So do that. Oh, okay. Three of Cups. So Three of Cups, this is great. This is about a celebration. For some people, though, we think 3 is going to be a third wheel, it can be a third party, you know, 3 times a charm, or third time's a charm, is it? Some of you may be trying something for a third time and it may be successful. You know that old saying, like, you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. try again, you know. Third time's a charm for that. Also, this is a reunion card for some, traditionally. So if you may be reunited with friends, family, or a significant other, somebody, you may be reuniting. So if you thought that like maybe things are over, and maybe you got filed for divorce, but what if you work it out? Then you can tear up that paperwork and you reunite and you work on your relationship. You know, maybe get a therapist or something. Some of you might get lucky with that. I'm not saying everybody will, but some people are able to work out their differences. But it takes 2, so keep that in mind. But if not, this is a celebration. Some people have celebrations when they get divorced too, so just keep that in mind. You might be celebrating once the whole situation is done and over with, because it'll be a relief. No more stressing, no more anxiety about it. Queen of Swords. So when that celebration comes, look at that. You're going to feel right back to where you were. Queen of Swords, you're going to feel pretty dang confident in, you know, whatever has occurred. I feel like you might be, most of you are going to be on the right side of how it came out. So if things come in your favor, you're going to be the Queen of Confidence. I just said the Queen of Swords, but you know what? You might as well say Queen of Confidence, because it's a double-edged sword. This queen does not mess. She can cut. She cuts sharp with her tongue. So you're going to be very confident. You're going to be happy with the turnout. And you're going to be like, I was right, you know? And you're going to feel right. And you're going to feel strong in that. So anybody who said, oh, you shouldn't do that, you're going to lose, you're going to feel justified. Let's see. And the 5 of Swords. So the outcome of whatever this is for some of you, this is going to have some conflict related to it. It may already have. Hopefully you're not losing your house over this, but if it's a divorce, hey, you got to give up something, right? Some of you may be losing your house over this. So, or it's going to feel like you're burning down the house, you know, you're losing. Consider it like a tower, you know, in a way. 5 of Swords is about conflict, and it can be about like, oh, I'm giving up everything. You might be torching everything you had just to win, or the other person is. So whatever situation is coming out here, that's what's happening. So the 5 of Swords is speaking to conflict, and this guy's just watching, and sometimes there's nothing you can do but watch. But in the end, we have the Empress. All you can do is sit back and like, you know what's happened is going to happen. The outcome is going to be the outcome, and you just need to remember to be kind and loving and nurturing. You know what? Because there are new ideas, you get a fresh start, you will start anew again. But you got to go through the struggle first. But the Magician creates, so you can manifest a new life, you know, start afresh. Maybe get a new atmosphere. You may have to move or something like that, but I think that's going to be where you end up. The Magician is the creator, so go be a magician. If you need a fresh start, take the fresh start. So you'll have to let me know, you know, was that on point? What's your situation? Are you in the middle of it? Are you close to the end? Are you just beginning? But good luck either way.